Hello, everyone. I hope you guys can see me. Just to make sure, can you all see me? Can you see my video? Or you guys can give me a thumbs up. Okay, it's first time. It must be the network issue. What about my video? Is my video like available? Okay, I think. Got you. So welcome back, everyone. Okay. So this is the semi-final closing ceremony we all have been waiting for. Are you guys excited as well as I am? So let's begin, shall we? So this is the semi-final closing ceremony. In our ceremony, this is the outline we're gonna follow. The first one, we're gonna have the semi-final overview. We're gonna see teams diversity. We're gonna go over the what happened on this last 6 weeks and many more. Next, we'll go to the feedback session. Just to make sure one more time, I'm audible, right? Team. Thank you. So the next one is going to be feedback session. We're going to be listening to your feedbacks in this time. Some projects, some TTLs, participants who wants to give us feedback on how their experience was and all. This is your stage to shine. We'll ask some feedback questions, and this is going to be a very interactive session. The next is going to be the prize and benefits. In this section, we'll go over what the grand finale. Okay, everyone. Uh, there was some technical difficulty on my end, but now it has resolved. So uh, I'm back. Going over to the next. So our first step is gonna be the most awaited session of this time, right? The top 8 finalists will be here in person to give us their projects and to be able to win a 30,000 prize grand pool. Then the next is gonna be the grand finale. In this step, we're gonna go over what the grand finale is gonna look like, what we're gonna do each day, and more other information about the grand finale. And last but not least, we will be having closing remarks by our CEO, Mr. Imre Valley. So let's get started. Let's get started. Can you guys all see the video and like? Can you guys all see the video and like the audio? Were you guys able to see it? Thank you. Let's go over it.
products are traded and what's happening there?
It must be a network issue from our end till we resolve it. We ask your patience. This is the video we created to show the highlights of our hackathon. You see Julius here, who was an expert for the agriculture category. He's one of our experts who had many years of experience. Well, many years of experience in his father was a farmer, and he's interested in AI agriculture. I hope the video, like the network issue, will be resolved anytime now. Until then, we'll come back over the hackathon overviews. Let's go over the feedbacks session, team. The network, I think the network is a bit. The overviews without the videos till the network comes back. So for the overview section, I'll gladly call our hackathon, one of our hackathon organizer, the
other sessions. So yeah, let me just give you the hackathon, the semifinals overview. I know you guys know most of it, but let's just see it as a kind of a retrospective thing. So in the semifinal hackathon, we have around 14 teams. So initially, we have planned to accept only 30 teams for the semifinal. We have seen some good projects that are worthy of being part of the semifinal of the hackathon. So we decided to increase our quota to from 32 to 40. So we started our semifinal hackathon with 14 teams. Around 60 schools were represented in this hackathon. So people from 16 different universities were part of this hackathon. We have around 20 countries represented in the semifinal hackathon, which is a huge thing to have this kind of diverse group in our semifinal hackathon. That was a very that was a great success, I would say. Initially, we started with search for mentors. So, as you know, most of you guys had mentors in the quarterfinal as well. But these mentors were dedicated for, let's say, 2 or 3 projects or more. But for the semifinal hackathon, most of the mentors were dedicated only for one project, except some mentors which were dedicated to projects. So we have search for mentors. We have around 14 advisors. Some projects we are assigned advisors. Some projects have when they have kind of queries, questions, they would have reached to us and get some of the feedbacks. And we had 9 experts. These experts are people that have high knowledge in their categories. As you know, we have tried to create some categories for different participants of the hackathon, like agriculture, entertainment, and other things. So we have around 9 experts in those categories who have kind of deeper knowledge in that expert that can share their feedbacks and their insights about the hackathon. So that's the general overview of the semi-final hackathon on numbers. So let's start what we have done. So on the start of the semi-finals, which was on mid-September, we started with the introduction of the mentors. There were around 34 mentors. So mentors were reaching out to their projects and selected after these selected teams joined the same final. They have started introduction with their mentors and starting out their plan. So what they did was on the first week of the project, the semifinals, we had pushed projectors to submit their kind of roadmap for the semifinal, what they are planning to do what they have done before and like what things that they could improve on. So this was generally completed during the first week of the hackathon in mid-September. So in the beginning of October, we had continued this interaction with the mentors. So each mentors had two sessions per week with their projectors. So we have the mid week and the weekend thing. So mentors will have these meetings in mid of the week, mostly on Wednesday and Thursday, and the weekend things on Saturday and Sundays to track the progress of each project is to prompt them about what is new in the hackathon and also to push them to meet checkpoints to give them more clarification. So it was kind of a tracking thing. These mentors were tracking, supporting, giving feedbacks, and also they were also served as a means of communication between the hackathon organizers and the projectors. So when there was some new information, they would communicate this with the project. So that's what we have done in the beginning of October. This routine has continued till the end of the hackathon. So this was one of the great things that we have done during the hackathon. In the mid October and coincidentally in the mid of the semifinals, we had the expert feedback session. So as I told you, we had around 9 different experts in each categories. We have several experts. So these experts, based on your categories, you guys have presented your projects for them, and these experts have shared their insights on your projects, like what you guys are currently strong at, what you guys could improve on in the future as well. So this was actually a very fruitful session because most people, although they have some ideas about their projects, they were able to collect insights from these experts and kind of adjust their project's trajectory to get better results. So mostly these experts were giving feedbacks on high level stuff. They weren't technical. So after the mid semifinals expert session, we proceed to the technical expert feedback session. So this is actually one of the important sessions that we have done. So in the previous one, the experts were giving you some insights generally about the projects, but after that, in the last weeks of the hackathon, we have started this technical expert feedbacks. The projects have received multiple round of feedbacks on their technical implementation. So these technical experts were diving deep into their GitHub repos, their implementation, and seeing flaws, seeing strong things, and seeing observing things that could have been improved. So in these technical feedback sessions, you guys, I believe, have received so many great feedbacks technically regarding your technical implementation. So yeah, with those feedbacks, we have seen actually lots of improvements in the projects as well. So that's one of the perks of this technical expert feedback session. So after this feedback sessions, the final pitches and demos were submitted, and we have this rigorous grading process. And we are currently where we are on announcing the projects. So yeah, before moving on, I think we'll have a feedback session. So I'll invite Fairs again. She'll lead this one.
So team, I have prepared a couple of questions for us for this feedback session. Who would be my very first volunteer to give me feedback on this hackathon? Any raised hands? Would want to give feedback? Any kind of feedbacks on this hackathon? Perhaps let's call out names. And what about you, Abdul Malik? Abdul Malik Ango, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi.
Okay, perhaps let's start with you to give us some feedbacks on this hackathon. What was the most challenging part about the hackathon so far for your case?
Okay, in my opinion, the most challenging would be, I think, this semi-final that we are right now, the implementation, the pitching, technical sessions. We had quite a number of constructive feedback. We had to reevaluate what we were working on, and it was as much the way it's challenging but also exciting at the same time.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for giving us your feedback, Abdul Malik.
Thank you so much.
Perhaps, what about, let's go to Gloria.
Hello. Can you hear me? Sorry, hi. Can you hear me?
From your experience. Yes, I can hear you, Gloria.
Sorry, I didn't get your
Yes.
question.
What have you gained or learned from the hackathon so far? From the expert sessions, from the technical feedback sessions, or from your mentors? What was something you gained or learned?
I think one of the biggest things that I learned in this hackathon, being a team that had people from different countries, was to just manage time and to be able to balance. Um, from one of the feedback sessions, I was taught how to actually write clean code. So after our feedback session, we had to now go back and remove everything that was on our repo and now restructure it so that it was cleaner and more presentable. That was one of the things that I learned. And just to be able to manage time and to be able to accommodate other people because a lot of people on my team were from different countries and we had to accommodate each other's time zones and make sure that we all still met and worked as other teams.
You are very right, Gloria. I second your learnings as well. Coming together from different African countries, like have you seen more than around 20 countries together to build something great for Africa? It is really a good learning from that end. Thank you, Gloria, for giving us your feedback. Who else is volunteered for my third question? Anybody who wants to share feedback? Bumni.
Hi.
So my third question is, hi, hello. For my third question is, how helpful was the mentorship program for you?
Okay. The mentorship session was our mentors were really helpful to keep us on track. She even suggested like when to meet, how best to track each other's progress because one issue we faced initially was we're not like we're not aware of what everyone else does until it's time to fill the checkpoints, right? Then we start asking, what have you done? What have you done? So she devised like a better way to which we can meet midweek and have like discussion, keeping everyone on their toes. She was really helpful, right? Um, with because my team, some people left and I had to like look for new members. So she was very supportive and yeah, it's a great experience.
Thank you so much, Mimi. It was a great feedback indeed. I'm glad to see the mentorship did make an impact in your projects. Does anybody else have seen a great help in the mentorship program? Is there anybody else who can testify, saying yes, my mentor was also a great help? I see. Okay, so let's go to the next feedback giver. Who would be the other volunteer to give me feedbacks on this hackathon to share me their experience they had? What about Vitalis from Team BNE AI? Can you hear me? Vitalis?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Okay. So yes, I can hear you. My question for you is what part of the hackathon did you enjoy the most?
Oh, I think it was the session with our mentors, the midweek and the midweek and the weekend sync. We had a lot of constructive feedback, and we always we always pushed to actually deliver what we said we would deliver the week before that. So that was fun, and it wasn't pleasing if the week before that we said we'll do this and we didn't do it. Did you hear
Who
me?
was your mentor? Yes, I can hear you. Who was your mentor, perhaps?
It was Bontu and Solomon. Uh, uh,
I see.
there's a lot of Solomons. So the other one, I can't say.
No worries. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing their experience. Who wants to go next, team? Any volunteers? Perhaps. Yes. Let's go with you. Monsieur Ortiz, I believe.
It's most definitely. My favorite part of this hackathon, my favorite part of this hackathon was actually like the feedback session and also like the first jury session with the Mr. Ali and Everett. It was like a great session, and like it taught us how to pitch, and it was great to do that. And actually, like it was my first time to pitch a project, so it was a great experience actually.
Thank you. Who else wants to share their experience on what part of the hackathon they enjoy the most? Do we have any other volunteers for this question? Let's see. Perhaps Amos Maru. If you're with us, you can give us some points you've thinking.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Uh, okay, then I enjoyed mostly the part of building, the late nights, the early mornings, uh, brainstorming, and to work with the mentors, sharing new ideas on ways you can go about things. And what I learned most was how to uh, make a system, how to do better system designs, and yeah, that's it.
Oh, thank you so much. Let's see who else can give us some parts they enjoyed about the hackathon. Barakat Lagasa. Can you hear us? Are you with us?
Yeah,
Okay, so I think you're from Team AfroGPT. Can you give us the parts of the hackathon you enjoyed the most?
yeah. The most part of the hackathon I enjoyed is our teamwork. Really, it was exciting to share new ideas, and I see my team members motivation to add new features. Uh, what was the most exciting part I have enjoyed from the hackathon?
I didn't quite catch the last phrase. Can you perhaps repeat it for me, Barakat?
Yeah, the most part I enjoyed from this hackathon is the teamwork of our team.
Thank you. So, who would be my volunteer for my next question? It's gonna be a new one. It's still gonna be how your experience was in this hackathon. Who would like to go next? So, what about Kamal Siraj? Are you with us?
Yes.
So,
Can you hear me, guys?
did you find, yes, did you find the semi-final experts sessions helpful?
Yes. Like, hello everyone. Like, I'm Kamal from the Cliff Size groups. The experience was like it's very amazing. The feedbacks and the with mentor interaction was great.
Okay. I think if I'm not wrong, you were also part of yesterday's live demo session. How did you find that as well? Can you give us some insights on that end? Kamal?
Yes. Like, we will try to we will try to present it in live because of like we believe like my projects, our projects are passed to the corporates, like, and we try to defend on the live as. So with like us, we believe like we answered the all questions on the live presentations.
I see. Okay. So, what about Fahim? Fahim, are you with us? Fahim, perhaps he's not with us currently. Maybe having trouble with internet connection. Okay, what about Bisrat Kabeda?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us how the semifinals expert session was, and was it helpful to you? Can you share some experiences?
Yes, actually, we have modified and shaped our product based on the feedback they have provided. So they were very helpful. They were suggesting us features to add, and we did try to incorporate most of the feedbacks they have provided. It was really helpful.
Which category were you from, Bisrat?
We were in the personal assistant category.
I believe. Okay, then you were part of Mr. Ali's technical grading session. If you were like personal assistant. Thank you so much. So, who else wants to share their experience about the hackathon so far? If you guys have any questions for me as well, before I go to my last question, this is your time. You can guys raise your hand and ask any questions you guys were curious throughout the semifinals. If you guys have questions on anything related to the hackathon so far, I was part of the hackathon from day one. I'm one of the hackathon organizers. So Tanvir, we can start with you.
Yes,
you can start.
our team really, yes, our team really appreciated the mentorship session.
I did not quite catch your statement. Can you repeat
So,
it again, Tanvir?
our team really the mentors, the way they like give us the ways that we should help you during building up the project.
I don't know quite that phrase. Maybe it's from my network. Can you please write it to me on the chat box so that I can hear you clearly? Like since I can't hear you clearly. Thank you so much, Bhuvni, for the expert feedback session. Comment you left out, I haven't seen it yet. But for Nebot's question, for the more comprehensive results, the number rather than the numbers, the technical experts were giving detailed feedbacks on things to change on and things to on the coming slides. We'll be able to share some of the points we have raised, some of the points we've considered. But if you would like a feedback session, perhaps for your category, you can perhaps ask us on the WhatsApp channel or the Telegram channel we have, and we can arrange you a session where we can hear about the feedbacks yourself. Thank you so much, Sarah. Technical feedback. Thank you for your feedback. I'm so glad to see it has helped your projects. Sarah, could you perhaps unmute yourself and tell me which category you are from and what your project was? If you can unmute yourself.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you. We're working in the healthcare category of FemCycle. We believe that the last parts of the hackathon with the technical feedback sessions were really helpful because we had actually made a lot of mistakes that we weren't supposed to make, but with the feedback given, I think by Johannes, it was quite elaborate and it helped us to even think of it beyond now. And yeah, we're working towards implementing that and growing it even past the hackathon.
The FemCycle project, which was indeed a great one. Can you tell us what for you during this hackathon, Sarah?
Pardon?
What was the challenging part in your experience throughout this hackathon? What issues did you face with? What was the challenges you experienced?
So for us, I think the major challenges we experienced were around getting data, but we're able to work around that, and also the pressure. Sometimes it was too much, but yeah, I think it was good to keep us moving.
The pressure is also what makes it fun as well. Thank you so much, Sarah, for sharing your feedback. Maybe Portugal from CyberX, perhaps you can tell us what was challenging for you throughout this hackathon. Portugal from CyberX.
Can you? Yeah.
If you can hear me. Yes, I can hear you. What was the most challenging part for you in this hackathon?
The challenging part was mostly how we could improve our app, make it better. And that's where the feedback session really helped us. You know, when you're working on an app, you really don't know what you're doing, if it's good or not. You can't judge among your team members. You need someone from outside to go through your codes, go through the app, use it, and see how it is. So the feedback session really helped us give out our best out there, constantly improving the app, adding features, and also our mentors. I would like to give them a big thank you. They were always here when we had our questions, and they were replying us really quickly. So it helped us give out whatever we had as, and it was a really great experience. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you as well for giving us your feedback. Maybe let's go to feedback giver. Maybe let's go to Jitu. Jitu, can you hear us? Jitu Tesfaye, are you with us? Jitu, maybe if she's not available, maybe June, you can give us some feedbacks on how your experience was throughout this hackathon.
The hackathon was quite challenging, but insightful. My team and I, we got to learn a lot, and it made me excited to pursue a career in AI and machine learning. We also got a lot of support from our mentor, and I'm grateful for being part of it.
What was the most challenging part for you, June, throughout this hackathon? What did you find?
Well, this is mostly in the presentation phase. It was quite unpredictable, but sometimes we had connectivity issues. So some of our presentations did not go so smoothly. But yeah, that's mainly it. And figuring out how to ensure that as like most of our features rely on generative AI in a relevant way.
Sorry for the technical difficulty. I'm back now. June, you were telling us the challenging part for you throughout this hackathon. Can you perhaps repeat it for me since I have missed it?
Okay, yeah, sure. So we had some connectivity issues, which made our presentations to not go so smoothly, and figuring out how to effectively use generative AI in most of our major features.
You were telling us how the mentorship experience was good for you, how you gained a lot from it. Can you tell us one great learning you had from this hackathon? From anything, maybe from data collection, from the expert sessions, from all the stages of the hackathon. What was your greatest learning?
The greatest learning experience was during the first semifinals feedback session, where we got to know about so many platforms that could help improve our model that we didn't know existed. For example, an API that Google provides that gives you a lot of data about agricultural conditions for a specific area.
Thank you so much, Jen, for being a volunteer to share us your feedback experience. To answer Sarah's question, no, this is not the end of this is not the end of the projects who did not make it to the finals. If your project did not make it to the finals, A2SV will always be here to support you more. You guys can write to us on the WhatsApp channel, on the Telegram channel, or to one of the organizers, and we'll be happy to extend more help as a Twistvian. Our aim is to make Africa great within the brilliant tech minds within Africa. For those of you who still don't know A2SV, it is an education. It's an institution that gives a free education to Africans and help them join top tech companies like Google, Bloomberg, and Palantir. We give intensive education in data structures, algorithms. We improve your problem-solving skills. We also have many different sessions like CV polishing, soft skills, communication skills, to improve our students. And we have helped more than 50 at A2SV actually land jobs in these top tech companies at Google, Bloomberg, Palantir, Amazon. I've told you guys. If you guys want to know more about A2SV, I can share you the link for our official website. You guys can read about it more on the website, and you guys can write to us on the WhatsApp group as well, since we will be having a new registration open soon for the new coming year. You guys are more than welcome to apply, and this is more or less the briefing for A2SV. So going back to our feedback session, who else would be a volunteer to give me feedback on their hackathon challenges? Perhaps yeah. What about Brooke Mesfin? Perhaps you could be our last feedback giver. Brooke Mesfin, are you with us?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What was the most challenging part for you throughout this hackathon?
I guess the most challenging part was I'm like a data analyst, so at the end of the day, I would gather the data, and we would also make some video editings. And since the development is too long, and we wouldn't get actual data for the video editing part, so that would take a lot of time, and organizing those videos is very hard. And I say that was one of the challenging parts for me.
Thank you, Brooke. Thank you so much for being a volunteer to our feedback session. So thank you so much for all of you who have also volunteered. This concludes our feedback session. Our next session is going to be about our prizes and benefits, which is going to be given by our CEO of A2SV, Mr. Imre Bara.
All right. Thank you very much, Behruz. Team, it was a hectic, I would say, at least a few days for us. And there has been a peak of duty, like when we were running the quarterfinals. I would say for me, it started with the workshops when we were arranging the guests. Sometimes we had to make last minute backup plans when our advisors' children get sick or we face with such kind of difficulties. But finally, we have reached to this moment. So we are concluding our semifinals today, and we are going to announce our finalists very soon. And before we get to there, first, I would like to congratulate everybody who has participated, who has been part of the organization, who has been a mentor, advisor, or an industry expert that has been supporting our projects. So I really feel like we are a very big ship, and everyone had their deeds. And we have finally reached to this beautiful moment. So, prizes and benefits. We are going to start with the monetary prizes. At the same time, our prizes are not limited with these. As you all know now, the winner project is going to get $10,000. So when you think about that, given the economies of African countries, $10,000 can support a team of 3 to 5 people at least for 6 months in many of African countries, guys. So we know that this is not a big money when it comes to spending on your projects. At the same time, this is a decent amount of money to buy you some time. With this money, you may not be able to do marketing efforts, bring technologies that are behind the paywall. At the same time, this can be your oil. This can be your fuel. And with this money, you can make your living and you can continue pushing these projects. Besides, as I mentioned, the money is not the only benefit you are going to get if you become one of the top winners. Because I believe all of us are winning from this organization. Personally, as the CEO of A2SV, what I'm learning is number one, Africa is a big country. When I see our videos, when I see all these beautiful faces from different countries, that actually made me realize what we are organizing is bigger than what I initially anticipated. And obviously, it comes with its own challenges. And another thing that I have noticed is the unique position of A2SV in terms of organizing such kind of a big event successfully in this continent. So why am I saying this? Number one, not any organization can open communication channels by fitting the preference of the audience, guys. We tried to bring everybody to Discord at the beginning. This didn't work. Then we match you at WhatsApp. We match you at Telegram. And next, it is very easy to get distracted with other businesses we have in life. You have schoolwork. You may have some other side projects. Maybe some of you guys are graduating, working on graduation projects. So there can be many things that can distract us. And this needs like constant touch, constant motivation, constant nudge. And with the help of our mentors, who were our core dev members, we were able to do this. So we had advisors who have industry experience at top tech companies. Unfortunately, we couldn't provide one advisor per project this year. Hopefully next year we will do that, guys. And how did we try to compensate this situation? We organized industry expert panels. You get connected with industry experts. We had a medical doctor from United States. We had a CEO of Legal for AI company. We had me for the education. I have machine learning background plus education experience. And Julius, who is a generative AI expert at Google, who is also going after a startup idea, applying generative AI for agriculture. So these were just some of our industry experts who helped us. Sam Cohen, who was lead of machine learning at Udemy a while ago. Now he switched to a new company, who has been in Bay Area working at highly impactful companies over a decade. So we had the opportunity to get feedback from these valuable people. And today we are going to announce the top 8 projects, the finalists. We are going to announce the honorable mention deserving teams. This doesn't mean that teams that we are not inviting here didn't do great things, guys. Believe it or not, the hardest step so far was choosing the finalists. Because especially at the border, there are really beautiful projects. I will be very honest. At some point, I really kept myself very hard to say to people, hey, team, shall we increase the finalist count? Would it be better if we invite 10 projects? It was really, really hard, guys. And thanks for making our job hard this way. I would love to see such kind of challenges. Hopefully in the future, when we organize this event again and again, our biggest challenge, I wish, is going to be choosing the best projects. There is so much potential in this continent. There are so many curious and brilliant minds like you. And most importantly, big hearts. All these projects are aiming to help people one way or the other. So for the first iteration, I believe this was really beautiful. And I'm not going to keep you guys waiting anymore. I will quickly summarize the other benefits you are going to get in case you are going to be one of the finalists and you are going to become one of the top winners. So if you end up finishing in the top 3, obviously your trip to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, including your airfare and hotel expenses, are going to be covered by A2SV. And you will have a chance to pitch your project idea to VCs, investors. Of course, you will receive a certificate. All the semifinalists are going to receive a certificate. It's not just for the top winners. So for the first and second place teams, we are going to also gift some custom designed A2SV swags. And all the teams are going to get the special opportunity to work with Modus VC. So this is a venture capital firm, and they have developed a program which is taking entrepreneurs in residence like you guys. And they support these projects for about 6 months to make them successful. Normally, they charge thousands of dollars for this program. And our winners, all the 3 winners, are going to have access to this program for free. And lastly, for the first place, all the team members are going to get the opportunity of direct placement for A2SV Education Generation 5. So, as you know, we have already placed over 50 people to top tech companies, Google, Amazon, Bloomberg, Databricks, LinkedIn, and Palantir. There are no no-name, and we continue forming new partnerships to bring more opportunities to our valuable members. All right, next, we are going to start with the honorable mentions. The first honorable mention goes to Team Savannah Synth, the project Little Visions, and all our members are from Kenya. Next, Team InnovateX, with the InnovateX project. We have 4 Tunisian members and 1 Nigerian member, I guess. Sorry, guys, the country names are not written. I may not be the best when it comes to recognizing all the African flags. Next, Team AI and the project AI from Namibia. Congratulations. You guys also deserved a honorable mention. Next, Moroccan Air AI crafters with My Way project from Morocco. Team Code Crafters with project Tarifa from Tunisia. Are we ready for the finalists? The time has come, and we start announcing the top 8 finalists of first A2SV Generative AI for Africa Hackathon. Team FutureX project. I think this is Algeria, right? Next, Team Lasta with project R Master. From Ethiopia. The category is data analysis and decision making. For FutureX, the category was entertainment and creativity. Next, Team Brainiacs with project Health Hub. And the category, as you can tell, healthcare. Next, Team Innovate Fusion, project The Architect AI from Ethiopia. The category is personalized assistance. Next, Team Safir, project Storycraft from Kenya. And the category is entertainment and creativity. Next, Team Milto, project Milto from Ethiopia. The category is education and learning. Next, Digital Dynamos with project Mail QA from Kenya. The category communication and accessibility. Next, the siblings. So we have our first mixed team in the finals with the project Cognipath. There is 1 Cameroon member and there are 4 Tunisian members in the team. Congratulations. Team, this is a really beautiful moment for the top 8 finalists. At the same time, I would like to congratulate everybody who has contributed. Just because your project didn't make to the top 8 or to the honorable mentions, this doesn't mean that your project doesn't have a potential, team. Because if we didn't take the snapshot now, if we had it 2 weeks ago, the top 8 would have been looking very different. If we were going to take it after 2 weeks, it's going to look very different again. Like we have seen these changes when you guys were working on these projects. Therefore, I would like to recommend everybody, don't get any discouragement from this. We will continue supporting you in other means. Obviously, until the hackathon finals, most of our focus is going to be on the top 8 projects to polish them, to make them as bright as possible. But right after that, right after November 15, we will continue supporting other projects too. We believe in you. We thank for you to believing in us. And this is just the beginning, guys. We run such kind of an organization for the first time. And I believe this is a A2SV project competition, because when we call hackathon, sometimes they misunderstand. They think that this is a 2 days event, but it is a lot more than that. We really want to put the seeds of innovation through generative AI all over Africa. And there is no way we can do this from here without your help. So I am really grateful for everybody who has put brain cycles in this beautiful competition. There are no losers, and we are going to see in what different ways we are going to continue winning in the future. Thank you very much, team. And now we are going to get some information about what is going to happen in grand finale for our 8 finalist projects. First, by November 9th, we are going to get you here, guys, because November 10th, we are going to get a few workshops, and we are going to set up our booths. Because what is going to happen next? On November 11th, there will be an expo. We are in the National Library right now. Our office space is in the National Library of Ethiopia. And this is a beautiful building. The front side is perfect for expos. We have seen some events taking place in that area before, and we are really excited for having you guys presenting your ideas to public, to different visitors, and getting ready for the next pitches. Because on November 11th, you are going to get the experience. This is Saturday. And what is going to happen on November 12th? There are 2 big events, guys. At 2 p.m. in the afternoon, East Africa time, you are going to meet our honorable jury members. Indeed, there is an addition to the jury, Jelani Nelson, who is a great Ethiopian researcher. He is about to become the department head of computer science at UC Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley. Like if you check out his past, he is a real overachiever. And he has been doing great job in terms of contributing to the technology talent in Africa by organizing an event called A Discoder, which is specializing on teaching advanced programming to high potential high school students. And we are happy to announce that he is going to be able to make it, and he is going to come. So there are 2 more jury members that we are working on. One influential AI person, an African woman. Hopefully after we confirm all the details, we will announce that. And one surprise. So please stay connected to learn more about our honorable jury members. And from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., jury panels are going to take place. And we hope that on November 11th, when you pitch your idea to the visitors, you are going to ace your game, because you will have the opportunity to demonstrate your project, to pitch your project idea to many people before seeing the jury members. And during the closing ceremony, except the jury members, nobody else would know who are going to be the winners. And the winner projects are going to present in front of ministers, ambassadors, highly influential people of Ethiopia and Africa. This event is going to be broadcasted live in one of the national TVs in Ethiopia. So you are going to be at least semi-famous. Because if you are Ethiopian, you are going to be famous. If you are from another country, if they know about what's going on in Ethiopia, you will be famous. Next. So just because, let's say, your project couldn't make it to the top 3 or the track rewards. So the track rewards are still there, guys. I didn't mention about that, but those 4 tracks and $2,500 for each, it is still in the game. Nothing changed. So November 13th, Monday. On November 13th in the morning, we are going to have in-person investor panel. Investors who are coming to Ethiopia to see you guys are going to have the privilege to get the priority of investment for your projects. And in the morning panel, you are going to have in-person interactions. And in the afternoon, from 2 to 5 p.m., we are going to have the remote investor panel. So this time you are not going to see the investors in person. However, you are going to get connected with them in an online manner. You will demonstrate your project, you will answer their questions, and again, you will have the opportunity to get investments from these VCs and investors. What's next? So up to this point, we didn't mention about this beautiful thing. At A2SV, we have a tradition. Every beautiful A2SV event ends with a beautiful A2SV trip. So now you can see some photos from past A2SV trips here. Ethiopia is not very different than other African countries. There are many beautiful sites to visit. And as all the Hackathon family, we are going to have a great trip on November 14th. We hope that this is going to help all of us, including our organizers, to put their stress out. Because guys, as being participant, it's exciting. Sometimes it's stressful. I hope one day you guys come to the organizer end and see how things are from this perspective. So it's really not easy to organize such kind of a big event, guys. We are learning this by experience now, but such kind of obstacles or difficulties will never bring us down. We will continue doing our best and delivering very interesting and impactful events to the tech community of Africa. So with this lovely trip, hopefully, we will finish our grand finale. So Tim, you have been receiving all the closing remarks up to this point. Now I want to switch this to a Q&A. And if you have any questions, it would be my pleasure to answer. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. It can be about anything, guys. All right, so let's get started with Broughton Kamel. Yes, Broughton.
Hello, Mr. Emery. So I'm the team leader of Team Future X, and it's an honorable pleasure to be among the finalists of the Africa 2SV Hackathon. It's been really an amazing experience so far, and we are really pleased about the progress we have made, about the project we have made, about all the process we have been going through during the hackathon, from the mentorship we got, from the feedback, and also thank you so much for the experience. So for my question is about maybe the procedure of getting into Ethiopia, about the traveling, and also will there be any guidelines about how we are going to get the invitation, the plane, and also about that process?
Thank you very much, Broughton. This is a great question. Indeed, if you remember, a few days ago, we collected the passport information from all of our participants in the semifinals. So there are 2 teams in the semifinals, Saphir and Digital Dynamos, which have some members who don't have a passport at the moment. And I believe they are both Kenyan teams. So based on the information we collected online, there is a possibility that they can get these passports quickly. If not, we have some backup teams. But rather than these two teams, all the other 6 finalist teams, they have passports, all the members. Or they are in Ethiopia. They don't need passport to travel to our HQ. So what is going to take place next? We are going to collect the passport information details from all the finalists. We are going to do this evening, guys, because there is a tight timeline. And starting tomorrow, we are going to arrange the tickets with Ethiopian Airlines. So they are becoming one of our sponsors. What this means is you guys are not going to deal with purchasing the flight ticket and getting reimbursement from us. We are going to purchase your flight tickets with your passport information. And some African countries, due to their agreements with Ethiopia, you don't need visa to enter Ethiopia. So you can check this evening if you are one of the finalists. And if your country doesn't require visa, this is good news. We will just buy the flight ticket and you will be able to fly without any hassle. And for countries where you need visa to enter Ethiopia, again, we are going to collect your passport information for tickets, right? The same information will be used for visa purposes as well. So we have very good connections with immigration here. They are aware of the event and they are very supportive. And we are going to arrange the visa situation in the next couple of days. So today is the last day of October, right? And the flights are going to take place by November 9. Depending on the flight schedules, some people we may have to fly you on 8th rather than 9th. But by 9th, we are going to have the full grand finale squad in Ethiopia. So please follow up the conversation with your organizers as well as mentors, the finalist teams for all the members. If you're not in Ethiopia, we need your passport information to move the process. And things are going to be handled by us. What is the duty on your end? Number 1, provide your passport information. Number 2, prepare your luggage and get ready for adventure. And if you need papers to show to your school, let's say you have an exam, you are going to miss some classes, please get in touch with us. We are going to provide all the necessary documentation. I hope this answers your question, Broughton.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Emery.
You are very welcome. All right, team, other questions? Other points that you would like to raise? Okay, so let's see. There is no quote of the day today. So that's another tradition we have at A2SV team. We love to finish our beautiful events with lovely quotes. So if you give me a second, just let me find a beautiful quote from our Quote of the Day channel. Oh, this is not the right one. Yes, this is the right one. This is a beautiful one, Tim. I hope I didn't share it with you before. If our ancestors did more with less, we owe it to them to do more with more. Just a few days ago on Saturday, we had a run to Antoto. It's a beautiful place in Ethiopia, and there is a beautiful church on top of it. So next to the church, there is one house, and that house belonged to Menelik II, which is one of the influential rulers of Ethiopia. And guys, when you see that house, many of us already are living in similar circumstances. Plus, we can reach to any information we want all around the world. Now you guys are joining this event from many different countries. And this wasn't feasible for the kings in the past, guys. So they didn't have the access to fruits that are coming from South America. They didn't have access to learn different languages, get exposed to different cultures, hop on a flight, go see another continent. So maybe you are like, hey, Emre, these things are not happening to us now. But just wait a few more years, guys. You guys are very smart. and ambitious and dedicated. So success is going to come. It is just a matter of time. And now in this continent, we have more, guys. Now it's time to do more with more for Africa. So thank you very much for being part of this beautiful organization. Lastly, I have just one request from all the participants. So Dagib, Demni, Feiruz, please come to the stage. Abdurrahman, you too as well. And everybody, please unmute yourself. You can turn on your camera too. Let's show our appreciation to these amazing organizers. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yes. Thank you, Vitaly. Anything you guys want to add?
Yeah.
The real heroes behind the curtains.
Actually, yeah, it was actually a very challenging hackathon to organize. There were so many obstacles during the entire process, but seeing the result and the final outcome was really rewarding. And like, I'm excited to do another one as well. So yeah, thank you, the participants, for dedicating their efforts and making this hackathon a fruitful one. So yeah, that's all I would say.
Thank you very much, Bimnet. Abdurrahman, anything you would like to add?
Team. So this hackathon is a very amazing opportunity for every one of us. As Emre said before, there are no losers in this hackathon. We recommend for everyone to continue with their ideas to build Africa. We want to build a better Africa for everyone. And that's all I have to say. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman and Feiruz.
Team, you all came a very long way. It's been more than 2 months now, and it's not such a small time. Thank you all for your dedication, for your passion you have for generative AI. And I hope to see all of you who made it to the top final in person here in Ethiopia. And I can't wait to show you how beautiful Ethiopia is. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Feiruz and Akim.
Yes, I would like to congratulate the finalists to start off. So congratulations for all the finalists for making it this far, and for all the participants and for all the semi-finalists. Yeah, like Emre said, I really wanted to say what Emre said earlier. There are no losers in this game. There are no losers in this competition. And yeah, just keep your head up and keep exceeding. That's the slogan and motto that we have in A2SV. So every one of you are heroes. So yes, keep exceeding. Thank you.
Keep it up, team. We are going to make Africa great again. See you.